Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing. My name is Kirsten. Today I wanted to read on DJT. We're going to refer to him as the Dump from now on. We're going to read on his third visit to Walter Reed this year and what that involves and what's going on. Remember, tarot is for entertainment purposes only. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Form your own opinions. I gave you the meanings of the cards, so you can come up with your own interpretations if you like. You don't have to accept mine. Mine is just one of many. All right, so I've already pulled the cards, so let's get straight into it. Surprise, surprise, guys. I think we might be nearing the critical time. I think, okay, based on these cards. So the first position here shows us what's really happening, and the second position shows us the challenge or the obstacle, and the third position is why it's happening and where it's leading to, the result or the outcome. So my question was, what are the energies around Trump's Walter Reed visit, this third one this year? And I got be careful. Actually, I split the deck and I saw it. I knew I was supposed to take this card. Be careful. It says act with caution, tread lightly, think first, take your time. Picture of that operation game. I don't know if if everybody out there, especially the youth today, is familiar with this game. I don't know if it's still a popular game, but back when I grew up, everybody had an operation game. And the whole point of the game was to use your tweezer and pull out the organ without touching the side, or the buzzer would go off. So here we see someone's playing operation and they're picking up the heart, which is cracked, and the buzzer's going off because they didn't do it cleanly. They didn't handle something right. And then we look at this man, he's got a clown face, and we all refer to Dump as the clown running the circus of a government. Right? In our cynicalness, that's something that a lot of us are guilty of. So there's also a broken leg and a cast. And this bell ringing means you lost the game. So I feel like Dump's health situation is what these cards are trying to tell me about his health situation is where we're seeing this cracked heart. There's something serious going on with his cardiovascular system. I don't think this is just a routine checkup. The clown face is showing that he's putting on a performance, or they're putting on a performance about the whole trip. They're trying to make light of something serious. And the broken leg means that he's not stable, his foundation is weak. And the bell ringing, that's a warning bell that time is running out for the dumpster. And it's clarified by, I call it the desperado. It's called, in English, consumed with jealousy. Don't ask me to pronounce the Italian down here. And the Page of Wands reversed. So with consumed with jealousy, we see a man holding a gun to his head at a cliff's edge. And this is someone at their breaking point, consumed by jealousy or paranoia. And the water below represents hope, but he's not seeing it because he wants to take his own, you know what? In this context, I believe this is talking about Dump's mental state. He's feeling cornered right now, possibly betrayed by people around him, and it's manifesting in his physicality, the stress and the paranoia. He's got a couple of tags on his head, you know. The stress and the paranoia is literally eating him alive, and probably set off this heart issue that he's there for. With the Page of Wands reversed, when it's upright, it's, enthusiastic messages, new ideas, creative energy. But reverse is about bad news and messages that backfire, creative blockages and immature reactions. So this tells us that the Eight of Spades, or consumed with jealousy, paranoia, isn't just internal. It's being triggered by some bad news that Dump received. Maybe it's about what's going on in Iran, or the Iran deal, or something else. But he received some bad news that kind of set it off. And it destabilized him. It made him feel cornered. And it could be also a test results or a diagnosis, or even political news. I'm not sure what the news that he received was, but I know that it hit him hard, and it made him feel like he's at the edge of the cliff, right? Now we go straight to the challenge. We got the London Bridge. This is this Oracle deck's version of the Tower from Tarot. It says London Bridge, unexpected change, destruction, upheaval, shocking revelation. We see the London Bridge is falling down. Lightning has struck the center and people are running. Some are falling into the raging sea below. This card screams unexpected change, destruction, upheaval, shocking revelation. This is what Dump's team is dealing with. They're trying to manage the situation that's collapsing around them. The lightning, so they're not going to tell us. They're trying to manage the situation. The lightning striking represents a sudden health crisis that destabilizes everything. People are running from both sides, and that's his inner circle. Some are trying to help, and others are trying to save themselves. The ones falling into the sea are those that can't escape without the fallout. So this is clarified by the Widower and the Ace of Swords. The Widower, this is a man in a suit. He's paying respects at someone's grave. This is about mourning and isolation, being left alone. And in this context, it's showing that Dump is facing a situation where he's losing control, possibly losing people he counted on. The cemetery imagery reinforces that this is about endings, the end of his political dominance, perhaps, maybe even the end of his ability to maintain his public persona. Something is falling down, something is coming to an end, and there's mourning the loss, and then moving on. It's also clarified by the Ace of Swords, upright. This is a game changer. The Ace of Swords is about clarity, truth, cutting through illusions, new intellectual beginnings, sometimes a harsh realization that changes your perspective. So I think this is trying to tell us that the Widower's isolation isn't just about loss. It's about a sudden, sharp realization of the truth, a facing of the facts. Something has been revealed to Dump that's forcing him to see his situation clearly for the first time. Maybe it's his medical condition or his heart condition. He's getting some bad news. And there's no more time for illusions or denials. The Ace of Swords is cutting through the fog and showing him exactly where he stands. He's alone, facing endings that he can't avoid. So why? And the why this is all happening and the outcome of this situation, to answer the question, we have finale. a woman in black with a black umbrella. This time she's no longer in the cemetery. She's walking out of the cemetery. Well, she's in it, but she's walking out. So it's over. Something is over. It's a finale. The key words here are letting go, endings, changes, and new beginnings. Guys, I don't know what that sounds like to you, but I know what it sounds like to me. It sounds like what others might say is bad news, for others might be good news, is coming to us soon. Hopefully sooner than later. I think it's telling us that Dump is heading for a forced ending, or he's going to have to accept an ending to his time in the spotlight, to his political ambitions, possibly to his life as he knows it. This woman walking away shows someone moving on from something that has died. It's clarified by the Lover and Ten of Swords. So, an ending, a finale, and the Minor Arcana Death card. This this is one of my Minor Arcana Death cards, combined with what would be the equivalent of the Tower. Bad news, and this this energy here. I won't even talk about it or say the word that it makes you think of, because YouTube's got restrictions that we all must follow. But it's clarified by L'Amante, the Lover, and a man is serenading his lover at the window. This represents longing and waiting and emotional connection. In context to the question, it's showing that even as this chapter ends, and it's ending, folks, there's still a desire for connection, for legacy, for being remembered. That's probably Dump's feelings. He still feels some kind of way. For me, this would be the Knight of Cups if it were tarot. The open curtains suggest that someone is listening, that his message is still getting through. Maybe that's about his lingering effect on people. His messages are still getting through. That's weird. Okay, I won't say what I just thought, but I just heard the word channel. But anyway, I'm jumping ahead. He's not even gone yet. Okay, so now we have the final clarifier, the Ten of Swords. This is the ultimate card of ruin, and next to a card of ruin. Oh, by the way, this, be careful, this operation card could literally be an operation that he had to have. That's why he's in Walter Reed, for an operation, a heart operation or some sort of operation having to do with his heart or his veins or his bones. I don't know. That's what stands out to me in the card. But back to this Ten of Swords. This is a card of ruin, betrayal, backstabbing, hitting rock bottom. A figure with 10 swords in his back, lying face down. Now this transforms the meaning of this Lover card from longing for a legacy and for my message to still be heard as a desire. Still longing for this, maybe feeling unfulfilled, not yet fulfilled. but it's making it a final desperate attempt to connect before total ruin. A serenade that isn't romantic, it's more of a plea. The curtain that's open isn't promising. It's the last chance before the end. So someone needs to get a message out, because knights could also stand for messages, an emotional message out about something that's dying or ending, or that you want to leave behind as a legacy or remembrance, or a message that you still want to convey. He still wants to convey. So I'm just looking at this all together. So I'm just trying to make sense of it. I feel like Dump's third visit to Walter Reed isn't just a routine checkup. It's a crisis point triggered by bad news that he received. And this leads to a harsh realization of his actual situation. He has to face the truth. The inevitable ending is coming, right? He's getting some bad news. And the warning bell is going off, and it all points to a significant health event that's destabilizing his entire operation. And they're trying to manage it. But there's chaos in his inner circle. People are running for cover, and some are falling. The widower card in the Ace of Swords tells us that he's not just becoming isolated. He's suddenly seeing the truth of his isolation. He's forced to confront the reality that he's alone in this. So he really doesn't really have anyone that he can trust, or that he maybe it's talking about a political action. He's alone in this, but he's also facing a terminal diagnosis, I feel, by himself. Like, where he doesn't feel, he feels alone in it. Okay? And with the finale card and the Knight of Hearts, or the Lover, and this Ten of Swords, says this is not just an ending, it's a ruin. The Ten of Swords doesn't leave room for recovery. It's the final betrayal, the ultimate backstabbing. I feel like there's different layers here. But I can't pick up the second thread. Okay, so the Lover represents Dump's final desperate attempts to connect, to leave a legacy, or to share a message. But the Ten of Swords tells us it's too late. Okay. I think when he's gone, MAGA's gone, as we know it. Not that it won't morph into something else, because didn't the Tea Party turn into MAGA? So anyway, I feel like Dump's third Walter Reed visit is triggered by a devastating health news or diagnosis that forces a sudden harsh realization about his own mortality and his political isolation. The cracked heart in the operation game is literal. He's facing a serious cardiovascular crisis. His inner circle is collapsing, and he's being forced to see that he's truly alone in this. He is going to also see the realization that he's been betrayed on something, about something. Big cards of betrayal here. Betrayal, betrayal. And he says he won't recover from this betrayal. It's not just an ending, it's a complete ruin. So I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but that's the energy of the cards. That's what the cards say. The next story that I'm getting from these cards is that this health crisis is a physical manifestation of a series of betrayals. And he's affected and very paranoid because he's been backstabbed before. He's getting messages about betrayals. Of some kind. And it's triggering his emotions or his physicality to such degree that maybe had a heart attack. I'm seeing like a heart attack. Or something like that. He's realizing now the extent of the betrayals against him. And I think his body's just breaking down under the weight of it all. And a fatal blow is coming. Whether to his health, his power, or both. And I feel like I'm speaking on different layers or levels. So, yeah. So, it's definitely a serious health issue. That's why he's there. Triggered by bad news and betrayals. He's forced to deal with some facts, and he can't deny it any longer. He realizes he's alone in this as well. His inner circle's in chaos, and they've been forced to confront the reality that he's forced to confront the reality that he's alone in this, whether it be in his political declaration of something or action towards somebody, or his medical diagnosis that he receives. He's finally accepting the truth. So I see a complete collapse, and it's not an instant, but it leads to the end. It's the finale. It's over, baby. It's over. I'm done, Jerry. Put a fork in me. I'm done. It will bring an end to his public life, his political influence, possibly his life itself. Allegedly, tarot is not fact. This is just a tarot reading. and one interpretation of many. There's some sort of desperate attempt to make a final message or to leave some legacy or message that I'm not seeing anything else connect to it, but I hear it. I'm saying it. It's too late for that. Yeah. So, in answer to the question, and it's a health-related question, even though I'm trying not to see another story. I'm just trying to see the health story. I feel like we're going to see less of Trump in the future. I don't think he's going to get gone immediately as a result of this. It may be something that destabilizes Dump and eventually leads to a finale. But we'll see a lack of public appearances. Maybe we're going to see more AI. It's going to be a disaster how they handle this. And a turning point, a catastrophic turning point for the country. He's not going to recover politically or personally from this attack. His body's attack or this political betrayal or what he calls a betrayal. He's not going to recover. The cards are speaking very cryptic. I can't get any clearer than that. That's just what I see. That's what I see, guys. So, yeah. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. All right, so make sure you hit the like button, share this video with your friends on social media, and subscribe. Thank you to all my subscribers and Patreon family. I appreciate you. If you'd like to support the channel and become a Patreon member, there is a link in the description box if you would like a personal reading. There are links also in the description box. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Bye.